Excuse me. Taking my medication. No painting today. Simply because, I'll tell you why. Last night I lost one of my hearing aids and I couldn't find it, and it was driving me absolutely mental, because if I don't have my hearing aids in, I'm in a void, I'm in a little bubble, almost like a, well, like a bit of a prison really. I can hardly hear myself talk sometimes. I don't have my hearing aids in. My hearing's getting that deaf, and for a shortwave listener, that's a bit of a bugger really, but such is life. But I couldn't find it last night, searched high and low, I couldn't find it. It had to be in here somewhere, because I hadn't been out with the hearing aids in, so it had to be in here somewhere. Believe it or not, and this is God's honest truth, I found it in the end using my dowsing pendulum. That told me where it was, believe it or not. And I went into it was in the room that we're clearing out. It was in there, roughly where the pendulum said it would be, believe it or not. And I went in there this morning and started pulling stuff out. There it was. So that's how we found it, with the dowsing pendulum. But I am so glad to have it back. Cannot do without them. So no painting, because pulling stuff out and moving things around told me the place needed hoovering and cleaning up a bit, so we done that this morning. So what I thought I would do, getting away from that, what I thought I would do was, we'll have a look at this Bronco Horsa glider, because this is an absolute beauty. Blowing an absolute, I don't know if you can hear it, blowing an absolute gale outside. I'm glad I'm indoors. Although I do have to go out later. But look at this. That is a monster kit. This set me back. And this was as cheap as I could find it anywhere. It took 7 weeks to get here from Yingtong land. As cheap as I could find it was £102, I think about 65 pence. And that was as cheap as I could find it. I would have quite happily paid a little bit more for it if I could have got one in this country, but I just couldn't. There just wasn't one. I couldn't find one. Well, not on eBay anyway. So I had to wait for it, but I was in no rush for it. But when you're sending away for things sort of that far, there's always a chance that they could go here, there and anywhere. But thankfully it got here. If you're interested in one of these, it is Bronco CB35195. That's the kit number, CB35195. You always seem to pay a little bit more for Bronco kits. I don't know why that is. You always seem to have to pay a premium for them. But in the defense of that, they're nice stuff. Very nice stuff. Just have a look on the side of the box. There's the decals, and it tells you can do either American version or British version. There's a few photo etch pieces in this. On the back, gives you some illustrations on the back of things you can do with it. You have a very substantial kit. You can, I'll tell you something before I open it, you can get upgrades for this kit. Ed Ward do a lot of photo etch parts for this kit, which I will be looking into. Certainly would be nice to have for the cockpit. That would be nice. And this is, I guess, really my one and only gripe with this kit. Like I've said to you before with aircraft kits, they never include a pilot. Never include a pilot. So I'm going to have to get a pilot for this kit now. Come on, folks, give us some pilots for these kits. It was the same with the trumpeter ME109 that I bought. No pilot. It's very remiss. It's very remiss. I can't have this towed behind a decoder with no pilot in it. It's just... I'll tell you something. You get a lot of sprues in this kit. That is just knocking my coffee over. That is a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. You certainly get your money's worth with this kit. This is a substantial kit. And like I said to you last night, in the video last night, the wingspan for this is, I think, about 30.5 inches. That's, well, 2.5 feet. 2.5 feet wingspan. Each sprue is nicely bagged. There's the cockpit section. One or two little pieces of fuselage. Some nice detailing on the inside. More of the same. All very nicely done. Yeah, this is going to look very nice, I have to say. The tail section. Everything all pre-packaged. Fuselage and tail sections. All with the sort of ribbing on the inside. That, I would say, is the for the wheels, which you can get metal ones, an upgrade for the how do we call that bit? The wheels are on, landing gear. You can get aluminium upgrade. I've seen it on eBay. So that might be something to look into. Yet more sprues. There's just center wing section. God, still more sprues. Two more sprues in this bag. Two identical sprues. There's the wheels for it. It'd be nice if they were actually rubber. Inside fuselage sections. Wing sections. So you can see, compared to my hand, you can see how big the thing's going to be. So you might say 102 pounds is a lot for a kit. It is a lot for a kit, but you get your money's worth. You get your money's worth with this. Two more wing sections. wing sections. Ah, there's the thing for the wheels, the landing gear for the wheels. Yeah, you can get aluminium upgrades for them. And finally, copper glass. Hell of a kit. And a box which contains, I'll tell you what that contains. It contains, if I can get it out, a heavy weight. Now I don't know where that's supposed to go. I couldn't see it in the instruction sheet, but that's a considerable, quite a heavy weight. So obviously that goes somewhere to stabilize the thing, I suppose, if you've got it on the landing gear. I assume by that if you don't put the weight in it and you put it on the landing gear, it's going to do that or something, I suppose. So you need the weight in the front of it. You also get, I'll tell you what you also get, which is very nice. Isn't that nice? I think that's worthy of putting in a frame. Here's our decals and our photo etched pieces. See, British or American. And our instruction booklet, which gives you a nice little write-up about the Horsa glider, which was made in sections, apparently you will read this, made in sections by furniture makers. And then they would send all the parts to the main company and they would assemble all the individual sections. So, not a bad bit of furniture. Very useful bit of furniture for the war effort. So there it tells you your colour guide for your paints. There's also shows you the sprues as well, so you can check, make sure you've got all your bits on your sprues, which is nice. And it's just general assembly guide. Which is just a straightforward guide, and a considerable build. A considerable build. As you can see by that, it's quite a considerable job to build one of these. Then it goes on to the wing sections. You start off building the fuselage, then go on to the wing sections. And at the back of the instruction booklet, you've got your colour guide, your painting guide. Two guides for the British. one for the American. So yeah, all in all, a very nice kit. Let's see how many sprues you actually get with this kit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You get 15 bags of sprues to make one Horsa glider. Like I say, my only first impressions are very, very nice. My only gripe is, first off, without actually building it, my initial gripe is no pilot. I like to have a pilot with these things, but nothing you can't get. But it would be nice if they included a pilot. But a very nice kit all round. Going to make a very nice detailed glider. Look forward very much to having a crack at it. Be a while away yet because I've got other stuff to do. But yeah, do I think it's worth the money? Yeah, I think so. It's a hell of a kit. It's going to look supremely nice when it's done. Probably get the upgrades for it, which you can get on, seen them on eBay, the Edvard photo etched upgrades and the aluminium landing gear. I'll better have a look into that. And probably look for a pilot as well. But all in all, yeah, very nice. You do seem to pay a premium for Bronco kits, even just the 135 miniatures. You always seem to pay a little bit more than DeMaio, Revel or Trumpeter or whatever. I don't know why that is, but it's always nice stuff. It's always nice stuff. So yeah, that's it. 135 Mark 1 Horsa glider by Bronco. Very nice kit indeed. Very, very nice. And I do believe they do a Mark 2 Horsa glider as well. What the difference is, I couldn't tell you. But I do believe they do a Mark 2 as well. There we go. That's our little review of a Horsa glider by Bronco. As always, I always say it, thanks for subscribing, thanks for your comments, thanks for watching. We will see you on the next one.